What's going on, my YouTube family? Do a pop-up live. You know what I mean? Everybody a couple minutes to actually catch on. I get my affairs in order, if you will. Whole lot to talk about today. Got a whole lot of issues to address. Whole lot of questions. Whole lot going on in the media. Whole lot going on just in general. Kind of having me a little, well, just finished having me a little snack here, you know what I mean? Trying to get everything situated. Couple more minutes. Like I said, this is a pop-up live. Wasn't formally announced or anything, so I like to do these pop-up lives, you know? Just, I feel like going live. Sometimes there's a process, you know, with YouTube, when you're doing your videos and you do the video, then you have to upload the video, and it takes forever. I don't know, maybe it's my service. I don't know. Anybody else got T-Mobile out there? It takes forever to upload a video. So, for instance, I may do a 30-minute video, and it takes forever. Yo, what's up, Dante? Man, I've been trying to get with you too, man. For real. Most definitely, man. I watched Hustle Spirit, Fleece Johnson, and Big Lee. I think it was yesterday. Man, y'all salute, man. Y'all comedy, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely put on a show, man. Nah, send me your email, bro. I'm gonna reach out to you. Congrats on your 100,000, man. I seen you hit 100,000 subs. Congratulations on that. Y'all not familiar, man? The Dante Show Network, man. Check him out, man. He's very don't want to call him comical because he has a serious side to him just as well. You know what I mean? Like, he's very serious dude, man, and you know, he encourages the youth like I'm aspiring to do, to stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, what have you, stay out of them streets, man. So if you're not familiar, man, go check him out, man. Dante Show Network. But like I said, just getting a couple things in order. Definitely got some things we're gonna talk about. And it's hilarious because yeah, I'll be watching you. Yeah, we definitely got to get these subs up, man. I've been had my channel about 11 months, you know, so you know, I can't really complain. You know, I can't complain, but we definitely gonna get it up. But if y'all not familiar, man, the Dante Show Network, they got a little thing going on with Fleece Johnson, man, as far as like, y'all just gotta go to Hustle Spirit 502, featuring Fleece Johnson and Big Lee, and check it out, man. The videos are very, they funny, but at the same time, they informative. You know, they teach you some things or what have you, and you know, you'll see that if you out there in them streets or you're not doing the right thing, just by their conversation, it shows that you don't want to be, that's not the life you want to live, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, bro. I definitely do, man. I definitely do, man. I go check him out, man. Dante Show Network. Shoot me your email, man, and I'm gonna definitely get up with you, man. Definitely. Matter of fact, my number's 859-551-5122. 859-551-5122. People know my number. Shoot me your number, your email, however you want to do it, in a text, and yeah, we'll take it from there. 810 Dog says, no way that's Dante. I don't know. Why wouldn't it be Dante? Like, I've communicated with Dante before, so, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't it be? Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? What's up from Norway? How you doing, Kiki? Salute, man. I definitely appreciate you chiming in, tuning in, just giving it a few minutes, you know, allow everybody to come into the room, or however many people's going to be in the room. I didn't really announce this live. I just popped up. There's a pop-up live. I mean, so I definitely appreciate you. Got a lot to talk about, you know. Got a lot to talk about today. I'm doing some Q&As where people hit me up in my, some people call me, some people text me, or they email me or whatever, Real Kenz TV, Yahoo, or, and rather, I'm talking about some things that's going on in, this trending, social media things that's going on just in the everyday world, man. You know what I mean? 810 Doll says Dante is a huge YouTuber. There's no way he's in this chat. Okay, you right. You right, 810 Doll. You right. But I'm gonna tell you, I've already communicated with Dante before. You know what I mean? So yeah, I believe he just texted me, just to be honest. Respectfully. But at any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get into my first question, man. First question. Yo, Real Kenz. Did you see the Jay Williams video? And what do you think about it, if you happen to see it? Actually, I did see the Jay Williams video. And for you all that may not be familiar with Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. I'm sure that most people are, but if you're not, go check his channel out. Incredible channel. Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. He inspired me to start my YouTube channel. And basically, he's a YouTuber, and he's done several years in prison. He got out and turned his life around, and he's a successful YouTuber. So I'm saying, go check him out if you're not familiar. But I definitely did see the video. GM_games. How was your day? My day was cool, man. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for asking, man. How was your day? But I seen the Jay Williams interview, and it was an interview where he was in jail, and I totally understand. Jay, man, what's up, Kenz? Have you been in prison before? Absolutely. Go check my channel out. That's all I got is, I'm not gonna say that's all I have, but I have several videos, which I'm talking about prison and the things that you need to do to avoid going to prison. But yeah, I've unfortunately I've done like over, I think I have, I don't know, 10, 11 calendars in. It's not good. It's not anything to brag about. So yeah, I've definitely been there. 859-551-5122. 859-551-5122. Definitely hit me up, man. Veronica. What's up, Veronica? How you doing? Definitely appreciate you you chiming in and whatnot. But talking about Jay Williams, the whole situation going down with him. And I mean, I seen the video, and really, what more can he say? He's playing the waiting game right now. I'm sure that he's waiting on his work release to come through, and that's all that he can really do. He's in a situation in which he's in like a regional jail. He was telling me that they were going to send him to a regional jail. So when you go to a regional jail, it's really a county jail essentially. So see, Dante hitting me up right now. But I don't know how to bring him into my live, so I'm not sure exactly how to do that. You see, but he hit me up right now, man. That's my dog. But it's gonna be a whole lot of lockdown. It's gonna be a whole lot of him being punished because everybody else or other people have done things and not necessarily what they should be doing. So for y'all to just tuning in, I'm talking about Jay Williams. You're not familiar with him, go Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. Go check him out. But he's just playing the waiting game, waiting to get his work release. I haven't reached out to him yet. I do plan to reach out to him probably today, tomorrow, something like that. But I got you, Dante. Appreciate you, man. I'm going to definitely hit you up, man. Definitely. And again, congrats. Dante Show Network just hit 100,000 subs. That's a great, man, that's something that I can't even, I know that eventually I'll get there, but man, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's definitely a beautiful thing, man. So salute to you, bro. But yeah, he's just playing the waiting game. Speaking of Jay Williams, and whenever they call his number, whenever his time comes, he'll be able to get the work release, hopefully, and be able to go out with his family, not with his family, but provide for his family financially. And I think he said he was going to be working 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. So I'm sure that he's waiting and waiting, and that's all that he can really do is just wait. But he's in a situation where I know it sucks. Jail sucks, period. But there's a difference between county jail, which is essentially what he's in, and prison. Prison, you get a whole lot more freedom. You can walk around. You get contact visits. The food is way better. Commissary is better. You can breathe. You can get some air. Some prisons you have your own cell, or you may shack up with somebody else, to say the least. But the county jail, it's just loud. It's open. Whole lot of disrespect. So it's just a stage that you initially go through. Once you start your prison bid or whatever. But it'll get better for him. Ultimately, he has 7 months. He's already been in for 3 weeks. It's almost a month already. So he'll knock that time out. And yeah. But A10 dog, you give me Dante's number, please. I'm his biggest fan. At any rate, we'll talk about it, But so yeah, he just he's playing the waiting game, and that's all he can do is really, really just sit there and be patient, man. He's probably really not, like he said, he's not in a space. He's not in a mind space to really make videos right now. He's still trying to get adjusted. Incarceration, when you come from off the streets, and especially if you living well. What's up, Tim? What's good, bro? But if you out there living well, and Jay Williams was living very well, so to go from that to being incarcerated, you locked down 22 hours out of the day, you in your cell. Now, when he says he's in his cell, I'm assuming that he's probably in like a 10, 12-man pod. So it's not like he's in a cell by himself and he's only allowed to be out 2, maybe 4 hours a day. It's rough, man. So, support him, write him, have a way you can communicate with him. I know they don't really do mail anymore the way that they used to, but he gonna get through it, man. So that's all I know about the Jay Williams situation, but I am gonna reach out to him. Video visit, I just haven't yet. Let's see. AD, yeah, I wish I had a moderator, man. Get your funny ass out of here, man. Let's see. What's up, Joseph? I had to speak a weekend in the county, pure hell. Lousy staff, rough guys, 10 to a cell. Never gonna go again. And that's the best thing, man. Never go again. Because that county jail, dudes beg to go to penitentiary. Dudes literally beg to go to the penitentiary. I've seen dudes, the judge tries to give them a year in the county for a misdemeanor, or you can go to prison for 3 years with a felony. And they rather go to prison. That county jail, man, it sucks. It sucks. 10 to 12 people in a cell. And a lot of times they have way more than that. You may have 20 people in the cell. You got one shower. You got 2 toilets. One's a toilet you sit down. One's a toilet you stand up on. You might have 1 TV, 1 microwave if you're lucky. I've been in some jails that didn't have microwaves. And maybe 2 phones. A lot of times what happens, people argue over the TV. So the COs come in, they take the TV. Somebody breaks the TV. As far as the microwave, they using a microwave to light the fire, because you can take a pencil and you can rub it on a piece of paper or whatever, just to get the not ink, but the thing, you know what I'm saying, from the pencil or whatever, the lead, and you put it in the microwave and it catches fire. You take it out real quick and you can light your cigarettes or whatever. And the CO smells it. They'll come in, take the microwave, take the TVs for a week or 2 or whatever. So county jail, man, one person does something, everybody's punished. So yeah, definitely definitely it's not the place to be, man. Got a whole lot of trolls on here today. I don't even understand why. My channel ain't even that big. Why y'all trolling me for? I ain't did nothing to nobody. But at any rate, troll on. Eventually I'll have moderators to get your punk asses out of here. I'm gonna tell you all something. Speaking of trolling, there's a story And this happened in Lexington, Kentucky. Anything that I say, you all can Google. A couple weeks ago, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, there was a 12-year-old kid that actually hung himself. 12 years old. He had a twin brother. He hung himself. And it was one of them things to where he was going to school and he was being bullied. Every day he was going to school and he was being bullied. His mother reached out to the principal, to the counselors, to whoever would listen, the teachers, reached out to the little boy's parent that was bullying him. Nobody cared. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted to help him out. The mother comes home, finds him hanging. I'm not sure if it was the living room or his actual room. Finds him hanging. Hangs himself. 12-year-old little boy, man. Hangs himself. Lexington, Kentucky. And so, the thing about that is, these things can be prevented. You know, kids, when they go to school, they should be able to go to school and have like a sense of peace, you know, a sense of normalcy, a sense of, you know, you shouldn't have to go to school and be afraid. Any of y'all that have kids or you have nieces or nephews or brothers, sisters, whatever, there's no way that they should have to go to school to get bullied. Now, my partner, he was telling me a few days ago that he had a similar situation. His son is in middle school. He's going to school every day. Same scenario. They reach out to the teacher, the counselor, the principal, whatever. Kids' parents. Guess what? They keep bullying him. They keep bullying him. So, he tells his son finally, after it happened so many times, he said, listen, man, I'm telling you, first of all, man, y'all hit that like button for me, man. If you will, just hit the like button for me. It don't take long. So he tells his son, listen, the next time you see this dude, which is going to be tomorrow, you go up to him. I don't care if he's standing up, sitting down, if his back's turned, whatever. If he's facing you, whatever the situation is. When you see this dude, you punch him right in his mouth. Dude's son goes to school the next day. He's sitting in the classroom, sitting at the desk. He walks up to him and punches him right in his mouth, knocks him out of the chair, busts his mouth open or whatever. He gets suspended for 3 days. He already told his son, listen, man, you're not going to be in any trouble by me. You're not going to go to school as my son and get bullied and be afraid every day. Punches the dude in the mouth. They suspend him 3 days. Now the parents are talking about pressing charges on him. But yet you want to press charges on him. But when they came to you and told you that your son was bullying him, you didn't have anything to say about it. You thought that it was all good. So now that your son gets busted in the mouth, now you want to press charges. That's really, really messed up. You know, first of all, I would have told my son to do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. You're not. I heard somebody say violence is never the answer. So what's the answer? What's the answer then? Kids is committing suicide at a very, very high rate because of bullying. So what's the answer? Just go to school and be afraid every day? No, I don't advocate violence. Don't get me wrong. I definitely don't advocate violence. But when you attempt to communicate, kids are cruel, man. Kids are not trying to hear any sort of communication. So I don't know if you caught the early part of my video. There was an attempt. His parents called the school, talked to the teacher, the principal, the counselor, tried to talk to his parents. It continued. It's an ongoing thing. Bullying it's not just 1 or 2 days. It's something that, it happens. And it happens over and over. Until you take a stance and do something about it, it's going to continue to happen. Your parents may tell you, hey, don't bully him no more. Keep your hands to yourself. Man, that don't work, man. So it gets to a certain point to where, you know what? Either you go to school and be afraid every day, or you bust him in his motherfucking mouth, and that's what he did. Respectfully. So he did that. Actually, this was last week because he's already returned to school. Ain't had no problems. Matter of fact, him and the dude became you know, very good friends because of that situation where he had to stand up and show him like, hold on, man, you're not going to continue to do this. Now, according to my partner, they the best of friends. I appreciate you, Rosalind Stone. Dante sent me here. I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate Dante. We're going to link up, and he's going to really, really help me get my channel off the ground. And I'm a big fan of Dante's, too. I watch him all the time, man. So, I definitely appreciate you. This weirdo says, what happens when he's stressed because his... I don't know. You ain't talking about nothing anyway. Joseph says, my gay nephew was attacked by several as tried to get charges and eventually denied cops. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Basically, he was saying that his gay nephew got attacked, and a lot of people, man, are just, they don't want to listen when you try to tell them. That's the thing about prison. The only thing that people understand in prison is violence. Again, I don't advocate violence. I do not suggest ever being violent. You know what I mean? Never be violent. Never. But at the same time, it's just like that seems to be the only thing that people tend to respect and understand in prison. In prison. In this real world, like somebody mentioned, communication or whatever, yeah, that's cool. But in prison, violence is the only thing that people tend to respect. Because see, you can talk a person to death. You can tell a person, all day long, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. If you continue to do this, and I'm going to do that. Yeah, you can tell a person. But guess what? It's not going to change anything. So, that's basically, what it boils down to. Y'all hit that like button for me. It takes a few seconds to simply hit the like button. You're not in prison, though. You're right. I'm not. Haven't been for years. But let me ask you this. If somebody's bullying your son or your daughter at school, then what do? I want you all to tap in. Did you have to fight in prison? Man, I had a lot of fights in prison. And I didn't win all of them. I had a lot of fights in prison. You have to imagine I done 11 years. And most of my fights actually happened like in the county jail. It's stressful in the county jail. Yeah, I had to fight. Plenty of times. But hey, either you stand up or you lay down. I mean, that's just basically what it is. Money Mitch, where you went to prison, and I was everywhere. You know what I mean? I was everywhere. Are you from Kentucky? If you're from Kentucky, you'll understand, the Kentucky prisons. North Point, it's been so long ago. Green River, not Eastern, but Lee County. And then in Kentucky, a lot of times what they're doing now, they don't even send you to prison. They'll keep you in a county jail, and they call it a regional jail, and you'll sit there and do your time. And that sucks. I'd rather go to the roughest prison, man, than be stuck in a county jail. Green River, yeah. They were stabbing in Green River down in 2013. Muslims got into it with some dudes, man. It was tough, man. It was tough, but my cellie had a life sentence. Had 2-man cells in Green River. My cellie had a life sentence plus 20. And we're going to link up real soon. Eric Gill. Everything I'm telling you, it's what Fleece Johnson say, it's documented. Eric Gill, Kentucky Department of Corrections. Look him up. That was my cellie. Got a life sentence plus 20, but he goes up for parole. Actually, he's already in Kentucky. Unless you have like life without, even with the life sentence, you'll go up for parole after you do 20 years. I don't care if you got 100 years, 1,000 years. After you do 20 years, you go for parole. So he went in for parole, and I think they told him to come back in like 10 years. So I think eventually he'll get out. He's in his 40s. I believe Eric is, he's probably like 45, 46. But y'all, y'all that's interested in his prison, you know what I'm saying, warfare, whatever you want to call it, go check him out, man. Eric Gill, Kentucky Department of Corrections. Let's see, Marcus. But bro, lost 11 years of his life. Ain't nothing worth that. Hey, you are absolutely right, man. That's the realest. You are absolutely right. Nothing's worth that. Nothing. Just being young, being dumb, being a knucklehead, trying to chase that fast money, chase that bag, and think that it's just gonna happen overnight. Got out, because I didn't do those 11 years at once. It was 3 separate times. Stupid is as stupid does, and I was very stupid. And I got out, did the same thing again after a few years. Came home, started a couple businesses, whatever. Everything was cool, but the money wasn't coming fast enough for me. So guess what? I went and did the exact same thing again. And I actually learned my lesson. I was just like, hold on, man. I can't continue to do this. My father passed away when I was locked up. Multiple grandparents, aunts. Those type of things happen when you locked up in prison. Life goes on. So I just realized, man, that y'all not hitting this like button. I did realize that. So y'all hit the like button for me. But I realized that, these type of things happen. Big backer. This guy was getting punked out. Yeah, okay. All right. You right. You absolutely right. If you think that I was getting punked out, you are absolutely right. Let me see. I like responding. Let's see. Marcus, man, no judgment here. We're creatures of habit. Glad you figured it out. Grace of God. Yeah. I told this story last time I went live. I'm going to tell you what really, really turned things around for me in my life. I went to the library one day, and this was 2013. So the newspapers is like real, real big in prison. When you go to prison, people want to go to the, library and read the newspaper. Well, a lot of times, unless you actually at home, the newspaper might be 2 or 3 days behind. So it might be Friday, and then when you go in to read Friday's newspaper, you're not really reading Friday's newspaper. It's probably Wednesday's newspaper, a couple days behind. But at any rate, I open the newspaper up. As soon as I open the newspaper up, this is no lie. This is no lie. It went straight to the obituary section. Getting a little hot in here, y'all. So it went to the obituary section. I looked down, and I seen my name. I seen my name in the obituary section. No lie. Look right at it. I'm the third. Me, my dad, my granddaddy, I have the exact same name as them. My granddaddy had passed away when I was in prison, and I didn't know. I hadn't gotten the call yet. But for 2 or 3 seconds, my mind, I just went numb. I see my name. Imagine seeing your name in the obituary. Freaked me out. I forgot that I was the third. Freaked me out. And I said, you know what? If I don't change my life, this is exactly what it's going to come to. Somebody's going to be reading my name in the obituary, but it's actually going to be me. So my grandfather passed away. Some years later, my dad passed away. Both times, as I mentioned, I'm the third. I'm in prison. I can't go to the funeral in Kentucky. You can't go to funerals. I couldn't do anything. You can't do anything. When you're in prison, man, you're treated as you're not treated as a human being. You know what I mean? You're not treated as a human being. You're treated as it's like you're a cash cow. You're a number. You just, because prisons are about money. Locking people up is, it's a business. So it's just really a messed up situation, man. And I'd advise anybody, if you live in that life, man, stay out of that life, because going to prison is just not cool, man. It's just not cool whatsoever, man. And that's an actual true story. I want to go to jail and drop the soap. Yeah, go ahead and go and drop the soap and see what happens. In prison, a lot of times they don't have the private showers. Sometimes if you get to like a work camp or something like that, a low-level work camp, but when you go to prison, especially when that yard shuts down, like at Green River, I'm going to give you an example. The yard shuts down at 8:45 at Green River when I was there, Green River Prison. Well, dudes is coming in at about 8:15, 8:20. They trying to get their shower, because when the yard shuts down at 8:45, sometimes the CO, depending on the CO, they might let you back out at about between 10 and 10:30, to make your last phone calls, get your shower in, warm your food up in the microwave, whatever. But all the time, they don't let you back out. So guess what? At 8:15, 8:20, the showers, 15 people in the shower. 12, 15 people in the shower. So ain't none of that privacy, ain't none of that. You go in there, you wash up, and you got to come up out of there, man. So it's definitely, prison is real, man. You got dudes standing outside the shower, they boots strapped up. Some of them are strapped up, some of them are not. That's a risk if you got your knife on you. I ain't never have no knife, but that's a risk. But they your security dudes. Make sure don't nothing happen to you in the shower. Yeah. It definitely goes down. Now, at this particular prison, it wasn't a whole lot of that at Green River. But like what Felice Johnson talks about, being at Eddyville back in like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible. Mano, were you lying? Were you lying when people got graped in there? We're gonna say graped. What do you mean? Was I lying? Does it happen? Yeah, I ain't never seen nobody get graped. But I know that it does happen. I know that it has happened. I never witnessed it. I was never around it, so I don't, know exactly what you asking. Dante said this guy is cool. Y'all chill. Man, I ain't tripping, man. Let them have their little fun, man. If you ain't got nothing better to do than sit on here and troll an individual that's only trying to help the kids, then, do what you do, man. Big backer. Yeah, we're going to block you, so go on and, matter of fact, go on and get your rocks off, big blocker, big backer. Gonna get you out of here, you little bitch. Respectfully. But let's get to the next question, man. I done got way off. Actually, I haven't gotten way off. I just been answering a lot of Q&As or whatever. What do you think about Cash Money Records excluding Turk? Man, I'm gonna tell you. Turk just needs to be quiet, man. Yeah, I mean, because he just keeps talking and he just keeps talking and he just keeps talking and nobody's listening to him. Yeah, the fans are listening. The fans are, chiming in. BG's not listening to him. Lil Wayne, Juvie, definitely Baby. Nobody's listening to Turk. Turk needs to just be quiet and hope that they allow him to come on this tour with him. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, it's not a Cash Money reunion tour without Turk. But guess what? It may not be. But at the same time, they're going to sell out every venue that they go to. Every venue, they're going to sell out. You know why? Because Turk was never really a big member of Cash Money like that anyway. If you can recall, before he went to prison, he was missing shows because he was strung out. So he's missing shows, he's beefing, he's getting into it with people. Then when he comes home, he sues Baby. He's talking bad about Wayne. He's talking bad about BG because none of these guys apparently did much for him when he was locked up. So the thing about it, when you first come home from prison, you're a little upset, man. You know what I'm saying? When you feel as though people have kind of, abandoned you, you're a little bit upset. So when you come home, you feeling some type of way. So Turk came home and he talked and he's still talking. And now what he's saying is they working on music together. They apparently working on a tour together, but it doesn't seem to be including Turk. So do I think that he's going to be on the tour for some dates? Maybe. But right now, Turk's best thing is just to be quiet, man. Because they not rocking with you like that, bro. And all of them got millions. I'm not saying Turk don't have me. I don't know what he has, but you keep saying that you believe in your heart that this tour is going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of if it happens with you on it. So yeah, Turk, man, let it go, man. I just seen Birdman on an interview and he mentioned everybody but you. You know what I mean? So, let's see. Let's read some of these comments. They very, very entertaining. Please help me, someone. Please help. He's in my room. Help. Dr. Crip TV. Yo, big backer. I rock with Dante, and if you have any respect for him, you'll chill out dissing this dude. Dante vouch for him. And I appreciate that, Crip TV, but I ain't tripping, man. Let him have his fun, man. We all know about the keyboard tough guy, so let him have his fun, man. I ain't tripping. It's not bothering me whatsoever. You know what I mean? But I definitely appreciate you, man. How are short Marcus how a short dude's treated in prison and jail. I mean, what you mean? How a short dude's treated? Treated like everybody else. You think tall dudes or taller dudes are treated, better than everybody else? Now, short dudes, hey, them short dudes be swole though, man. They getting that weight pile, man. And man, they big. I mean, they get respect. You know what I mean? Taylor, can you say hi, Taylor? Is that how you pronounce it, Taylor? How you doing, Taylor? Nah, don't go nowhere, big backer. Stay on in here. I'm having fun. Big backer. Yeah, I wish I could see your picture, man. Somebody tell me what this clown looks like. I can't really see his picture. You know what I'm saying? Stay on in here, big backer. We having fun, man. Ain't nobody offended. Oh, man. Nah, let him leave. Well, get his bitch ass out of here then. Let's see. What's the next question? I'm having so much fun. Rick Ross trolling Drake and Birdman. How you feel about that? Rick Ross need to chill out, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, a little entertainment market. That's all, you know. You know what I mean? Why everyone in Springfield, Massachusetts saying you a bitch? I don't know, because I've never been to Springfield, Massachusetts. But I think Rick Ross is cool when he's trolling Drake as far as the music. All of that's fun. But when it comes to like the things that he's saying about Birdman, he needs to chill out, man. Because he's talking about Birdman's late mother, Miss Gladys. She passed away. And you don't really talk about a man's, mother that's passed away. Father, kids, anything like that. So Rick Ross, I like Rick Ross. He's one of my favorite MCs. He's funny, but get to the music, man. You trolling every day, but you're not making no music. Get to the music, man. You talking about you got more money than Drake. You talking about you got more money than Birdman. Are you out of your everlasting mind? Did you all not just see the new Forbes list that came out? Rick Ross' name is nowhere on the Forbes list. You got Birdman, you got Drake. These guys are at the top. Rick Ross is nowhere near. 50 Cent, I know they don't get along. So I think Rick Ross needs to chill out. Yeah, he did. He keeps referring to Drake as, what does he call him, BBL and white boy. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I think it's gonna go too far because he don't stop. He just keeps going. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. Please. He just keeps going, so I think that eventually it's gonna spill over into the streets. One thing about life, two mountains may never meet, but two men will. So I think that, you done talk bad about Birdman's mother. Then you got Birdman's brother, Slim. He's not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it's going to end up turning bad. Rick Ross, he needs to chill out, man. Since we on hip-hop, nobody asked me this, but I recall seeing this. Dr. Dre goes on record to say that Eminem is the best rapper ever. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button. Continue to hit that like button for me. Eminem, big backer, what's up, what? This punk is a clone of Dante. Get your own style. Hey, man, big backer. Every time I go live, I want your punk ass to be in the room because you keep it lit. You see what I'm saying? So, you keep it live, man. You know what I'm saying? Big backer. Y'all give a shout out to Big Backer. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what this clown looks like. I can't really see his picture, so I can't really say anything because I don't know, what he looks like. But I'm going to check him out. So the next time when he, jumps on here and he's ready to troll, oh, yeah, I'm going to know exactly what this clown looks like. But getting back, Dr. Dre said Eminem's the coldest MC ever. I don't disagree. I don't fully agree, but I don't disagree. I can see how someone thinks that Eminem is the coldest. See, a lot of people just hate on Eminem. A lot of people say, because he's white. That plays a role. That plays a key role. But, what up, Jaden? But the thing about it is, he don't necessarily live the life like everybody lived. That's what people say. But did Eminem not grow up poor? Did he not grow up in a trailer park? Not saying that all trailer parks are bad or poor. I've seen some nice double wides. But did he not grow up with nothing? He just wasn't out shooting people, selling dope, or perpetrating to do those things. So people hate on him. Eminem is the most disrespected MC I think that I've ever seen. Ever. And the thing I like about Eminem, he never gets too high and mighty. He's going to Benzino. Really, Benzino should thank him. He's throwing him a bone. He's going to Benzino. He's going, he still shoots his little shots at Ja. The Game, Machine Gun Kelly. Whoever wants it with him, guess what? You can get it. You want it with him, you can get it. So I definitely appreciate Eminem. I like his style. I like his lyrics. If you think Eminem is soft, if you think Eminem can't rap, just jump in a cypher with him. That's what I said on my last live. You know what I mean? If you think that Eminem can't rap like that, jump in a cypher. You know what I mean? Jump in the cypher with him and see what happens. Let's see. 50 also gave. Yeah, 50 always gonna rock with Eminem. You know what I'm saying? That's always gonna be. M's good, but I don't know about the best. That's why I said I don't know if he's the best. But if people say that he's the best, I can't disagree. But if they say that he's not the best, I can't disagree. But he's up there. In my eyes, he's up there. You know, I don't really have a top. I like Eminem. I like Jay-Z. I like Nas. I like Biggie. I like Pac, but I don't really think that Pac was like that lyrically. But I do like Pac. You got Jadakiss. You got Fabulous. You got a lot of guys that Andre 3000. You know, you got some guys that can really, really, you know, they can really, really flow. Wayne, I got to put Wayne in there. But for somebody to say that Eminem is not top 5, top 6, top 7, top 8, either they just straight haters or they really don't know hip hop. Because if you truly understood hip hop and the essence of it, you would understand about Eminem. Who shot 50 Cent? I don't know. You tell me. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I can, I can hint around. It's murder. That's all I can hint around it, but I don't know, who shot 50 Cent. But, Dr. Crip TV, make that interview happen with the homie Dante. I absolutely will. Man. Dante, man, he trips me out, man, because he goes back and forth with Fleece Johnson on the Hustle Spirit 502. If y'all not familiar with it, or you can go to my channel. Go to my channel, and when you go to my homepage, you'll see an interview. For you all that are fans of Dante Show Network, which I'm a fan, go to my channel and watch. I think it's on my homepage. And he argues with Fleece Johnson for 12, 15 minutes. And they go back and forth. Y'all check that out on my channel. And I'm telling you, man, it's hilarious, man. It's hilarious, man. Y'all go check that out. Let's see what we got here. You got to read 50 Cent's book. One of the best I've ever read. A lot of wisdom in that book. I absolutely agree. Yeah, I seen that Crip TV. They did it again yesterday. And that was funny as well. But it wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't as funny as the first time. Because the first time was a shock. And it's crazy because y'all know Dante got that voice, right? Pause. But Dante got that voice. And he, right when he came onto the live, Fleece was talking. And Big Lee was like, hold on, we got Dante on the line right now. We got Dante. So they click Dante in. And Dante's like, what's up, Fleece? I've been looking for you. So Fleece is like, man, what you want with me, punk? So they go back and forth, man. Y'all got to check it out. It's the funniest thing that I think I've seen online. And I seen that his wife came on too yesterday, Dante's wife. Let's see what else we got. A whole lot of hip hop questions. What do you think about NBA YoungBoy? I think NBA YoungBoy, his name tells it all. I'm not going to get on here and clown him. Not necessarily clowning, but I'm not going to kick him while he's down. He a young dude. He needs some no men around him. A long time ago, well, it wasn't that long, but a few years ago, Master P was trying to mentor Kodak Black. And basically, he was telling Kodak Black that, yo, Kodak, you need some no men around you. Y'all hit that like button for me if you hadn't already done so. You need some no men around you. Somebody that's going to tell you no. Somebody's that's genuinely gonna have your best interest. Whenever anything pops up or somebody's trying to get you to do something that is not on the up and up, no. And not be afraid of the consequences the repercussions of whatever happens from saying no. So, what up, Big Backer? You back? My man. But yeah, NBA YoungBoy, he needs some no people around him that can say no, man. No. And that's what Master P was trying to do with Kodak Black. And you see Kodak's in and out of jail. He's on his way, to the penitentiary 1 minute. Then the judge is giving him another break. I fear that NBA YoungBoy is going to be gone for a while because if you know, he still has another gun case. He beat one, but he still has another one. So he still has that gun case. Now they just hit him with a 63 count indictment. I believe it's 63 counts in Utah. He was already on house arrest. So that means he's probably going to sit in the county jail for however long that this takes to, wrap up. And they talking about RICO. I don't know, because now every time the feds charge somebody with something, everybody gets RICO happy. Oh, man, the RICO. They going to hit him with a RICO. I don't know. They might. But I can tell you what, 63 count indictment is not good. Especially when you already have a gun case pending. And NBA YoungBoy, man, see these guys, man, they come up hard. They come up in the projects. They come up, just in poverty. And when they're able to get out of that, they don't leave that old lifestyle alone. They continue to do the same things that they was always doing to show, man, I ain't changed. I'm still me. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing about me changed. I got a little bit more money now. I got a little bit more fame. People recognize me, but ain't nothing changed with me. And it ends up getting them in trouble every single time. Y'all hit that like button for me. It gets them in trouble every single time. And so when you look at a situation like NBA YoungBoy, I think he's going to have to sit down for a while. 63 count indictment with the feds. The Fed, there's it's called a crime in cahoots. Now, when you're charged with a crime in cahoots, that means that the probability of that crime actually taking place, actually being accomplished, is higher because you have more people than just one. So it's called a crime, in cahoots. So that's why the feds punishes you. Like, you get punished. One of my cases got sent to the feds. Thank goodness the feds didn't want it. It was a weak case. It was a weak-ass case anyway. 14 people on my indictment. They basically hit us with a state RICO. It wasn't called a state RICO. It was called organized crime, criminal syndicate. They had me as the, pegged as the ringleader or whatever. The case was weak. A lot of it was just lies, but they threatened me with so much time. My first offer was 33 years, and it stayed that way for, 15 months. It never went down. I ended up making bond on the case, and out of the, 14 people on the, actually it was 15. I think one of them passed away. And so it was 14 people on the indictment. Out of 14 people, 11 of them was telling, pointing the finger at me. Some of these people I never seen a day in my life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't have to see them. They sent it to the feds. The feds didn't want it. Thank goodness. I end up getting some time. I think I end up doing like 47 months on the case. But when you get them feds involved, you have guidelines. So the guideline says, okay, you did this, and based on your criminal past and history, then this is your sentencing range. 120 months to 360 months. So the judge has all sort of leeway. 120 months, which is 10 years, to 360 months. That's 30 years. So you don't want to go to the feds. You don't want to go to prison, period. But you definitely don't want to go to the feds. And you definitely don't want to get caught up in anything to where it's a crime in cahoots and it's multiple people. You feel me? So, NBA YoungBoy, I don't know what's going to happen with him, man. But, he made his bed, so he kind of got to, lay in it. Crip Mac, he just took 15 years. Somebody asked me about Crip Mac. 15 years. He took a 15-year plea with the feds. 15 years. So people's like, well, why would he take 15 years? Because he don't want to get life. They're playing hardball. The feds is playing hardball. This is your sentencing guideline. 15 years is a low end. You go to trial, guess what? You get a life sentence. Or you'll get 30 or 40 years. In the feds, you do 85% of your time. You don't have a whole lot of leeway with the feds. When the feds come for you, like Lil Boosie, how they came for him, He thought that it was all good. The state had him. He goes to court one day. They dismiss the charges. As soon as he walks out of the courtroom, they serve him. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. U.S. Marshals, feds, whatever, got him. So now he's in federal custody. And the feds don't play. When they come for you, man, they not, this is the state, their cases be kind of sloppy. That's what happened with Mike Vick. The state really didn't want his case years ago. But them feds stepped in, and they took that case, and guess what? You see Mike Vick go down and get some time. So the feds is not, man, they nothing to play with. Nothing. When they come for you, they've already done their homework. I've seen the feds tell somebody, get your affairs in order. Wasn't under arrest, nothing like that. Hadn't been taken into custody, nothing. Get your affairs in order. We'll be back for you in 6 months. And in 6 months, they came back. Ended up getting a 15-year sentence. No joke. He got a 15-year sentence, and that was on a plea deal. Gave him 6 months to get everything in order. Came back for him. Exactly 6 months came back for him. 15 years, man. They waiting for P. Diddy. Oh, they definitely waiting for P. Diddy. Let me tell you, when they stormed P. Diddy's house, it was a reason. I don't personally think they found anything, though. P. Diddy had too much of an advance. You know, he had too much time. His lawyers, P. Diddy got them Jewish lawyers. No disrespect to anybody or anything like that, but P. Diddy got them Jewish lawyers. You think they didn't tell him, hey, the feds is probably going, you know, at some point, he may not have known the date, the time, or what have you, but Diddy got them Jewish lawyers. New York, you know what I mean? I'm sure that anything that he had that was in his house that was incriminating on his computers, devices, or safes or whatever, man, all that stuff was gone, man. So when people see them walking out of the house with boxes and stuff, yeah, they're going to take your stuff because they have to go and, you know, evaluate it and see, you know, exactly what was going on. But nah, P. Diddy, he, I doubt they found anything in his house. Let's see. Chanel says, what you're talking about? Jump if you can hear me in nature. I don't know exactly what you're saying, Chanel. But, nah, P. Diddy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that P. Diddy won't eventually be charged. Because if enough people, man, y'all hit that like, if enough people hit the like button, man, my channel might blow up. But, respectfully, I'm not saying that P. Diddy won't eventually be charged with something because if enough people say it, but I think it's kind of like a witch hunt out for P. Diddy. I don't think this guy was really doing anything criminal. You know, if he was having his sex parties, whatever he was doing, I don't think any of that was really criminal like that. People saying, oh man, he's bi, or even if he is, so what? If that's what he wants to be, how is that hurting anybody? Now, you know, some people have said some things about underage girls, you know, I don't know anything about that, but I just know that a lot of people that was around Bad Boy and around P. Diddy, when they're seeing other people get this money, they know, well, damn, man, I was around Bad Boy for a year. I did an internship. I worked with Diddy for 2 years, and now we not on the best of terms or whatever. So guess what? I'm gonna give me 5, 6, 700,000 too. Yeah, he touched me. He did this. He did that. So you know, I don't know. I don't know that P. Diddy situation. So it's just one of them things where we just have to wait and actually see what happens. See, somebody asked me, what's my opinion on snitches and how are snitches handled in prison? I mean, pretty much self-explanatory. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Honesty? It's pretty much self-explanatory, man. You know, my opinion on snitches is probably like everybody else's opinion on snitches. You know, when you're out there and you in these streets and you doing dirt, you're doing it. You should be doing it with the understanding of anything can happen. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? So knowing that anything can happen, you already have to have your mind prepared to eventually go do some time. But see, a lot of times what ends up happening is they get you in that room and they don't really want you. So that, hey, listen, man, we don't really want you. We know this, we know that. We know that you just a small pawn in the game. We want him. You're going to be away from your kids, your baby's mama, your mother. They get you in the room and they threaten you and they talk. And a lot of people bite. But I'm going to tell you how much they care about you. I'm going to tell you how much the police care about you. All ever watched First 48? You know what I mean? Let me know if y'all watch First 48. If you watch First 48, you'll see they get them guys in the room. Then they'll show the cameras. They'll have the cameras in the other room. And they're like, man, if we can't get this guy to talk, man, we got to let him walk. You know, so the guy will eventually, you know, tell on himself or whatever. And not only does he tell on himself, he tells on other people. Well, guess what? They send him to prison. He might get probation at first, but as soon as he messes up, they know he's going to mess up. They send him to prison. And this very same individual that they send to prison, they're airing that episode on First 48 in prison. We was in prison one time, and a dude was walking the yard. The dude was walking the yard, and he's on First 48. It was a replay. He's on First 48, snitching, telling. Needless to say, he wasn't on that yard a couple hours later. He wasn't on that yard no more. Think about it, where you gonna go? Everybody done seen you on First 48 now. So I always talk about how when you are charged with something or you're being questioned, even if you haven't been charged, never talk to the police. Never talk to the police. Always ask for an attorney. And you got some people's like, yeah, man. Most people's like, yeah, man, he's right. But then you got these weirdos that jump on here. No, the police, no. You have to be cooperative. If they ask you something, you're supposed to talk to him. Yeah, and get yourself a life sentence. Even if you didn't do anything, never, ever talk to the police. It's your right. I'm not a cult leader. I'm not, telling people do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, it's your Fifth Amendment right to not talk to the police. Because they're going to twist your words. They're going to twist your story. They're going to lead you to believe, okay, it's your one chance. It's your opportunity to tell us what happened. If you don't, then I don't know. The prosecution, it gets into their hands and it goes to a jury. So it's like, man, never, ever, ever talk to the police. You're not talking your way out of that room. If they're going to arrest you, they're going to arrest you. Find yourself in the interrogation room. I don't care if they show you your picture on camera. I don't care what man, I need an attorney. That's it. That's what you should say. I need an attorney. Okay, we're giving you opportunity. I need an attorney. And if they keep trying to talk to you, that's illegal, because once you ask for an attorney, they're not supposed to question you anymore unless you continue to talk. I need an attorney. Period. That's all you got to say. It's not that hard. A lot of these dudes act like they so street. They so street, but don't know how to conduct themselves in an interrogation room. Now imagine that. You out here shooting people. You out here, getting your money. You out here doing whatever you doing. But as soon as they get you in the interrogation room, you ready to do the most. Doing the most, when I say doing the most, you ready to spill the beans. But you street, you gangster, you hard, right? You can't hold your own in an interrogation room. Why you think they come in there and shake your hand? Hey, how you doing? I'm Detective such and such. This is my partner. Hey, how you doing, Detective? They shaking hands. Can I get you anything? A cold beverage, a coffee, or something out of the vending machine, or and guys fall for it. They befriend you. They go to school for this. These are the things that they do. So next thing you know, you get comfortable with them. So now you're comfortable and you get to talking about, man, I seen one case on First 48 where the dude, they just kept interrogating him. This was hours and hours. He kept denying it. So finally, he was tired of being interrogated. He was like, okay, officer, I was there, but that's it. I didn't do nothing else. I was there. So the officer's like, so you was on the scene and you seen them beating this man up? Yeah, I was there, but I didn't do anything. Okay. Can I go home now, officer? You said if I gave you the truth. No, we didn't tell you could go home. We said if you gave us a story and it was something that, we believe, then you could go home. Yeah, but officer, I just had a newborn baby. Stand up, put your hands behind your back. All that dude had to do was ask for an attorney. Innocent people go to jail too, man. Locking people up is a business. Innocent people go to jail. Absolutely, Jim. Jim Hurd says, have nothing to say. Exactly. I have nothing to say, man. I don't even say that. Attorney. Scary videos. Salute, man. Real talk. Can you shout out my friend Don Keating, please? Much love, fam from Iran. Shout out to Don Keating from Iran. You know what I mean? Shout out. Shout out to my dog Joseph, man. Joseph Rap. He been with me since I, started 11 months ago. Real supportive of the channel. Shout out to Joseph, man. Shout out to everybody, man, for supporting me, jumping on this live. We just doing a little Q&A session, and I'm addressing some of the things that's, actually going on in the world. Let's see. How do you feel about Nelly not breaking bread with his former group, the Saint Lunatics? Damn. Somebody asked me about Nelly. Man, y'all got to hit that like button, man, for me to answer these questions about Nelly. I don't know. It was a beef that they was having, disagreement. I don't necessarily want to call things a beef. Nelly just recently sold half his catalog for $50 million. And, people were basically saying, why didn't he give any of the Saint Lunatics? They're not doing the best in the world. Why didn't he give them any of that money? Man, I don't know. I can't pronounce your name, but I'm tired of the single life and I'm in need of a boyfriend. I mean, are you a female? Respectfully. But no, seriously, y'all hit that like button. Nelly just seems like an arrogant SOB to me, man. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm sorry. I'm not hating on the man. I like his music, but he just seems really, really arrogant, because when I watched the interviews, everything was I did this. I went to the interviews. I went to the promotional interviews or whatever. I set the concerts up. I paid for the studio. I did this. Y'all didn't do nothing. But you all started off as a group. Excuse me. The Saint Lunatics. Nelly got big. Pause. Nelly, when they signed Nelly, they didn't want the Saint Lunatics. They wanted Nelly. So Nelly was like, supposedly, allegedly, okay, but you got to bring my group along just as well. So Nelly, he felt as though he was keeping the lights on in the building, and I respect that and I understand that. But some of the things that I heard him say afterwards, and for you to just, these are your group, these are guys that you grew up with. These are guys that y'all came through the trenches together. So for you to get $50 million and don't break bread with any of them, don't take these guys on tour, let them make them a little money, do you owe them anything? I'm not going to necessarily say Nelly owes them anything, but I think that he could. I definitely think that he could be a little bit more understanding and break them off a little bit. So that's my take on the Nelly situation. I think he's arrogant, man. I really do. I just think he's greedy. I watched the Ali video, and I think Ali's problem was that he was too loyal to Nelly. He know Nelly owe him these 30, 40,000. Nelly don't give it to him because he's at the casino gambling. But Ali's like, man, I ain't tripping, bro. He'll get it to me when he gets it to me. And I just think that they really, really put a halt in their relationship. That's my opinion on that situation. Let's see. Should a woman wait for her man if he goes to prison? And if so, should she really be expected to be faithful while her dude's in prison? What do y'all think about that? If a dude goes to prison, should a woman wait? And if she does wait, should he expect her to be faithful? Well, I think that there's variations of answers you can give to that, because it's a broad question. How much time does he got? Is he going for 2 years? Is he going for 5 years? Is he going for 20 years? It depends on how much time that he has. It depends on, where the relationship stands prior to him, or stood rather, prior to him going to prison. If my daughter asked me if she was in that scenario, I would tell her, don't wait. And I'm a guy that's been to prison multiple times. I would tell her, don't wait, because you don't know what this, and it depends though. If he went to prison like protecting you or protecting somebody, or that's different. But if he goes to prison for, being in the streets or hurting somebody, or shooting somebody, or keep getting caught with guns. No, I wouldn't wait. Because 9 times out of 10, history has shown he's going to get out and do the same thing again. Recidivism rate, which means returning back to prison, is very, very high. It's very high. So I wouldn't recommend, I personally wouldn't recommend it. But, you know, it's just one of those things to where it's just one of those things, you know. That's all I can really say about that. You really have to know that an individual has changed their ways and changed their life if you're going to wait on them when they go to prison. Because, you know, that person comes home and they decide to do the same thing. Guess what? You done wasted all this time, all these years on somebody that really hasn't changed. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my charger together. Looks like my phone wasn't hooked up all this time. So yeah, I wouldn't advise waiting on anybody in prison, you know. But hey, that's just my opinion. Got a couple more questions. I'm gonna jump on off here. Let's see. Got a lot of questions people have asked me. Not familiar, man, you can hit me up, 859-551-5122. That's my actual number. You can, you know, call me. You can text me or whatever. You know, if you have any questions, anything like that. That's typically how people reach me. Let's see. Time said, I wouldn't want nobody waiting for me. A lot of people feel that way. You know, it's stressful, and it's like hell being in prison when you have a girl out, you know, a woman out on the street, because it's like anytime you call, she don't answer the phone. She takes too long to answer the phone. She misses a visit. You don't get a letter. You haven't heard from it. It's like torment. It's like you're tormenting yourself. And it's good to have somebody that's there, that's riding with you, that's going to support you, but it's like, man, you definitely have to be strong, because your mind plays tricks on you. Then you're cussing her out on the phone, and you're really ruining the relationship because you're speaking bad about her or to her, and these expectations. You needed to send money, you needed to make this call, you needed to do that. So, you know, some people feel that way. I don't want anybody waiting on me while I'm in prison. It's really selfish. Yeah, it is. It is. And you got some women that's just like, I don't give a damn. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm with you. I love you. I'm not going anywhere. And so if she just insists, then she insists. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is selfish. You're right. Let's see. What else? Hello. What are your thoughts about the Drake Kendrick beef? Man, you know what? I don't really think that's a real beef. I don't. It could be, but like, where does it come from? It's like just came out of nowhere. Like, these dudes was cool. Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. Like, where's this coming from? So that's why I think that it's more of a necessarily maybe a plot to sell records. I don't know, because they already sell records anyway. So I really don't know what to think about that beef. You know, Drake seems like he's keeping his foot on the pedal. Kendrick hasn't really responded yet. So I don't really know. Like, I'm interested to see, and I touched on this earlier in the video, in the live rather. I don't know. I like it though. I like it because as long as it stays friendly. You know, originally that's what hip hop was about. You know, back in the day, you was called a sucker MC. Hip hop, you know, in the 80s, you was a sucker MC. So LL Cool J went at, you know, Houdini, and you had Run DMC going at, like, you had just different people going at each other, but they weren't trying to kill each other. They didn't hate each other. They were just going back and forth on wax, on vinyl. Back then it was vinyl, the records. So I like the beef. I like it. As long as it just stays music. That's like athletes. I like when athletes don't like each other and they push each other and they get into it. Everything's not supposed to be friendly the way that it is. So I have absolutely no problem. You know, ain't nobody talking about killing nobody, talking about nobody's kids, or, you know, even the Rick Ross, I touched on this earlier too, the Rick Ross and Drake feud. You know, they talking about money, they talking that big money millionaire stuff. But I like it. To answer your question, I definitely like the beef, man. You know what I mean? Said it started in 2013 when Kendrick made Control. I did hear something about that, but again, I never really heard anything as far as them actually shooting shots until now. Look at Papoose. I like Papoose. How you doing, Angel Soul? How you doing? Well, Wendy Williams, how you doing? But Papoose, I like Papoose. I don't really have any of his music, but like anytime he like shoots a freestyle, something like that, I typically I watch it. It's fire. I share it on my Facebook or whatever. But yeah, I like Papoose, man. Let me get into a couple more questions, man. It's getting kind of dark out here, so I can't see the questions that people have for me. Let's see. Let's see. Let me tell y'all a story that happened to me too. Let me tell you. Well, it didn't happen to me, but it's a story that it's a story that I know of. Ladies, ladies, you have to watch these dudes that you're dealing with, particularly these street dudes. Now, I'm not saying street dudes are not good dudes. I'm not saying they don't have big hearts. I'm not saying anything bad. But at the same time, you still have to watch yourself. At the time, it was a 11-year-old little kid. He's at the house one day. So he's at the house. His father was from, I think, Mississippi somewhere. So his father's in town. So as his father's, he's in town or whatever, he's peeping that there's a safe in the house. There's a safe in his mother's house, his son's mother's house. He's trying to figure out how he can get to this safe. His mother was messing with a dude that was kind of heavy in the drug game. So he had his safe, one of his safes, it was like one of his spots. You see what I'm saying? So he had his safe over at her house. The father peeps it out, but he can't get into the house because he knows that, okay, even when the mother's not home, my son can't let me into the house. So he calls the son one day and he's like, hey, what's up, son? Come on, meet me down at the store. I'm going to get you some snacks. What's up, Arkansas boy? Shout out. So he's like, man, meet me at the store. I'm going to get you some snacks. He's around the corner behind the bushes. So soon as his son walks out, he lets him walk, down to the store or whatever, where he turns the corner. He runs in the house. Son is only 10, 11 years old, so he knows the door's not going to be locked. He runs in the house, grabs the whole safe. Him, one of his partners, I'm assuming, they leave out, throw it in the car and leave. They leave with the whole safe. So son comes back or whatever. He ends up meeting the son at the store or whatever. And a few days later, the dude comes over there. Now, when I say the dude, referring to the son's mother's boyfriend. He owned the safe. He's like, where my safe at? She's like, what are you talking about? He's like, my safe is, where's my safe at? She's like, it's in there where you normally keep it. I haven't even been in there. He's like, my safe is gone. She goes in there. The safe is gone. He's not lying. She's asking the kids. She got like 4 kids. None of them know where the safe is at. And they're younger kids. Like the youngest one, like I said, he's 10, 11. There was a couple girls. They was like 13, 14. But they can't pick his safe up. They're little kids. Not little kids, but what I mean. You can't pick a safe up. Everybody's trying to figure out what happened to this safe. Dude is livid. He say he got 40 G's in the safe. 40,000. And I'm sure that he had a little extra in there just as well, allegedly. I'm quite sure that he had some work in the safe. But he say he got 40 G's in cash. And the safe is gone. And don't nobody know where the safe is at. They looking. They trying to determine. Nobody can figure out. Come to find out. They find out that dude has slid in. As he asked his son to come and meet him at the store. Met his son, kicked it with him, gave him a couple dollars. Fled town, went back to Mississippi, wherever he was from. Dude's livid, as one could imagine. He's threatening to shoot up the house. He's threatening to kill everybody in the house because he doesn't understand how his money just came up missing. And so that was just one of those things to where he ended up having to take a loss because dude went out of town. Dude was all the way out of town. So who you gonna go to Mississippi and find him in his hometown? And it's crazy, man, because just think what could have actually happened to her. Now, he went on and just took the loss, and he was like, you know what? That's cool. He took the loss, and, you know, I guess they didn't end up messing around anymore after that or whatever. They probably did a little bit, but that dude that I'm speaking of, he's currently serving 33 years in the feds now. He was just sentenced last year. So, you know, this was years ago, but, man, watch who you have around you. Watch who you have around your kids, and, you know, for certain, watch who you have in your house. Situation that I had. Let's see. Let's get to some of these comments. Drake got something on Kendrick. Also, do you think it might go further than rap? No. Like, these dudes don't really hate each other. They just, you know, they want that number one spot, man. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people, they looking at Drake, and he's been on top for so long. Is, you know, people, they shooting darts at him. And that's all they are, is darts. Man, Drake got so much money. Rick Ross is talking about Drake got a cargo plane from 1978. And, man, I looked it up earlier. Drake's plane is like $150 million. Like, he has, like, look it up. Google or look on YouTube the inside of Drake's plane, and you'll see. The man just bought $100 million mansion, estate in Toronto. You got mansions everywhere. So I don't know what Rick Ross is talking about as far as the money. I damn sure don't know what he's talking about when he's talking about Birdman and Birdman being broke and he got more money than Birdman. Rick Ross is you know, maybe a sandwich short of a picnic, because he definitely don't got no more money than Drake. Not even close. It's not even remotely close. Situation I had happen to me, man. I was kicking it with this, you know, nice little female or whatever. And nice young lady. I don't like to, you know, call women females. So we was kicking it. She assures me that her and her boyfriend was done. They were totally done, broken up. Now, these type of situations and scenarios can land you in prison if you're not careful who you deal with. She tells me that her and dude are done. I said, well, how long have you all been? Oh, man, we haven't talked for, I don't know, 6-7 months. She kept trying to get me to come over to her house. I'm very apprehensive about going over to a woman's house, because I know that some dudes are just, they don't understand when it's over. They don't understand that I don't love you anymore. I'm not with you anymore. They're still going to show up. Not all dudes, but a lot of dudes. And I was younger. I was way younger then. So I go over to her house. We kicking and we drinking, whatever. Next thing you know, we in the bedroom. You know, so we in the bedroom. You know, we do what we do in the bedroom. This is a PG platform, so I'm gonna keep it PG. So we're in the bedroom, and you know, we finish up about 6 hours later, because that's how I roll. Now, it wasn't 6 hours, but you know, it was a good amount of time or whatever. So I'm just being silly. But we finish up. So next thing I know, I hear somebody, like, I hear footsteps. I'm like, what is that? She was like, she's telling me that I'm tripping. I'm imagining things. I'm like, nah, I hear footsteps. So I'm putting on my clothes or whatever. So as I'm putting on my clothes, dude comes walking through the door, the threshold, the doorway. I ain't never seen this dude a day in my life. He was like, you do me like this? She's like, what are you doing in my house? She's frantic. What are you doing in my house? How you gonna have this dude in the bed? How you gonna have another man up in my house? She was like, your house? This is my house. What you mean this is your house? And how did you get in this house? Dude done went and made a key. So just because the dude gives you your key back, you know, a lot of times when women get upset, give me my key. I want my key. Okay, I've heard that a time or two. I ain't asked you for your key anyway. You insisted that I had the key. I got my own spot, but here's your key. I didn't go out and make a spare key to the house. No, I had the one key that she gave me and I gave it back to her. Dude that went out and made a key. So he's not really even addressing, like looking at me. He's talking to her. So the whole time, like I said, I'm getting my stuff on. I'm getting my stuff ready or whatever. But just think about this. Just think about this. What if dude had a gun? Maybe he did have a gun. I don't know. But just think if he had a weapon. Just think if he had to try to inflict some sort of harm on me as well as her. All because she had another dude, which was me, in her home. Which was her house. This was her crib. They've been broken up. But he couldn't accept that. He couldn't accept that. So y'all fellas, man, y'all single guys, or especially you guys that are playboys or whatever, and you messing with women that got dudes, or you think it's cool and it's slick, man, you got to be careful, man. Because these dudes are making spare keys, man. Now, there's nothing that I'm not gonna get on here in front and make up a story or whatever. I end up just walking out. I grabbed my stuff, walked towards the doorway. I walked out. He didn't say nothing to me. I ain't say nothing to him. I walked out and I left. Luckily for her, she's still breathing on this earth today. It's a great thing. And but it's a scary situation. It's a scary situation when you look up and a dude is like, bam. You know what I mean? Right there in the crib. So y'all be careful, man. Y'all take heed to that. Y'all definitely take heed for that, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all chiming in, man. Real Kenz TV. Y'all go to my channel, share my videos if you like any of the videos. Man, I got all type of content on there. I appreciate you all hitting that like button. I got all type of content, and just check me out, man. Real Kenz TV. Appreciate y'all chiming in once again. I get up with y'all, man. Cohen Winkle, I appreciate you, man. Whatever you feel the need to do, I definitely appreciate you. Real Kenz TV. We out.